This is a special podcast with Fun Convention. We invited talented artists from different countries all over the world. I will introduce everyone. So, Rem, you are from Japan now, but you're like a person of the world. Celine, France. Becca, United States of America. Yuka, Japan. And Grace, Italy. So glad that you all can join us. We have a 12 hours difference between Japan and USA. Yes? It's just wow.
Yeah.
And I would like to start with a topic about flow art community. Do you have any fun community in your countries? How does it works? Let's talk about this.
So here in America, our community is thriving, has been thriving since I got into flow arts in 2011. Not only is it nationwide, it can boil down to state and even cities, and there will even be micro communities within those cities. And even away from big cities, I found large communities like out in rural Georgia, down in South Georgia, where there's maybe a population of 1,000 people in a town. So I say our community here is doing quite well.
But like that's I guess like general flow art community. Do you have a more specific like fans, like fan spinners?
Oh yeah, I'm from Atlanta, don't you know? So yeah, I have a prop company. I make fire fans, and I'm holding down fans here in Georgia and Atlanta. Our fan community here is thriving as well. So yeah, I hope that's what you meant.
Do you have any events like here we join the fan convention? Maybe you have some small
I don't think we have anything fan specific yet. However, there has been talk about getting a fan federation started here. We have plenty of festivals though. FAI has their events. There's also smaller events. We have events that are in public parks that are for one day only, and the public is welcome to come and look. But if you want to take workshops, you just pay per workshop, and most of that revenue goes to that instructor. So that's pretty cool.
Wow. And how do you call yourself? You are a fan spinner, or you said that you are a flow artist? Because here, maybe in Russia, we have so huge arguing conversation, and we still don't know how to call ourselves and how to explain what we're doing, like the same. So everyone just speak. Maybe I'm a flow artist, but how to explain that I'm a fan spinner to people who don't know it? It's kind of a big problem.
Yeah, like how do you define yourself? I guess like I mean I must say I rather define myself as a juggler rather than flow artist.
Yeah.
About this topic, I consider myself as an artist in the largest sense of it, and I am a fan spinner, but also I do flow. Yeah, I am. I have too many like fans on myself. Not to say I'm not. And I'm also a flow artist, so I try to explain it as something like pretty close to circus art and part of dance too. And I say I have people to come and see what I do so they can understand what I do. This is better for them to explain.
And so how is the community in France? So like in France, I know I know that in France there's like strong juggling community, but do you have like flow arts or?
Yeah, we have like a huge national community, but also in cities. We meet once a week to play with fire or to juggle, to spin, and we are in my city at least.
It's in
we
Marseille.
Are pretty yes. Perfect. It's called Fire from Mars. It's the community we have here, and we also create a convention once a year in south of France. And last year it was about fans because I asked about it.
Yeah, I recall this one.
So I wanted really to have the focus. Yeah. I wanted to for the flow art to have more the focus on what fan technique is and how some people can play with fans. Because I think that it's not very well represented. People don't know, even in the flow art community, how the fan tech can be. So I wanted this convention to focus on fans, and it was like really, really cool. So it was a pity that you couldn't join, Grace. I really wanted you to come, so you couldn't. But yes, we'll try to have another one, not this year, because we try to switch on props. So not this year, but later. I try to put some energy on it.
I know you will.
Yeah.
Grace, what is about Italy?
We have pretty much the same situation about knowledge about fan tech. So actually, there is not a real fan community yet. We have a strong fire community, and we have very nice conventions. And fans are getting more and more known as a tech prop, but the situation before was like, you have fans, so you are a belly dancer. So tech was not really a thing before, but now the things are changing, and thanks to social media and workshops and lessons online, so the things are changing, I hope. And I hope there will be a stronger fan community here too. So I hope to join Celine when there will be another one in Europe. And that's it. So regarding the how do I call myself? Well, I think I'm just a flow artist, but of course I'm a fan spinner. But as Celine said, it's hard to explain to the audience what we do here. Because also flow arts is seen something a bit strange. What does flow mean? So we just call ourselves artists and express ourselves in many different ways. So dancing or with tech or whatever. And that's it.
So Yuko, how do you think?
Yes, in Japan, there's this big community with juggling. In Japanese university and high school have like juggling circle or juggling club. So there's some culture for juggling from the younger people. But for adults like me and who is working, it's very less for juggling. But in case of flow art, it's more or less. So maybe I think, especially for fans, it's only me and them-san is mainly doing in Japan. Yeah. Actually, yes. So when I introduce myself, I usually use I'm juggler or juggling performer, and I'm poi spinner because there's no one who can understand fans. Actually, it's so sorry, but I want to spread with fans culture here in Japan with them-san. Yes, yeah.
I actually feel like we have some people interested in it. Like I had the other day some practice with other people other than Yuko. like Aya-san, and but they are not so much interested in like tech spinning. I feel like they are more go performance style. So
mainly fire fans and bring it and like not spinning, like dancing with fans. It's a mainly for the fire fans culture.
But in Japan, we also have all those street performers with like paper fans, actually. So, you know, Japan is so strong on paper fans, and there are sometimes national holidays and big performances with the paper fans.
So you're just in one step for fan tech. Everyone knows what is fan and how they can spinning. You just need to change to metal fan.
We discussed with Yuko that someday we should just we should just someday go there in the middle of this dancing grandmas and just start rocking with our fans, and they will understand the power of metal fans and convert all into our path.
Dancing with kimono with metal fans. That's interesting.
I think in Russia, usually people come in fan spinning from fire show. So it's like easy to explain. You just said, okay, have you ever seen fire show? And almost everyone, sometimes on Goa, Thailand, maybe on streets, of course they saw. And you said, okay, it's with fire, but it's also like juggling. And it's also like circus. So just see, really hard. And we needed, to study a lot of. Now we study teaching a lot of kids, and we need to explain it to parents what we do to join.
Yeah, actually, that's one phenomenon I saw recently, like that I didn't see in any other country. There's big schools for kids who, like, parents literally put them there, and I mean, not schools, like classes, after classes, I should say, the sections, and they study like poi fans and stuff like that for every day, like 4 hours. And in just like 1 year, these kids become incredible.
It's just because we want money, and the easy way to get it is to study for
children. You were not supposed to say it out loud.
That's truly. And we need new people, so we decided to start it from a child. It's easy. They grow up, they have a lot of time, they're usually talented, their parents can pay, so some interests.
But like in America.
Okay, as we talk about money, so I heard all of you have some events. Do you make some performances on this with fire or without fire? Just performances that you do with the music, not an improvisation. Why we we don't see a lot of performances actually on YouTube?
Yes.
Why? Where is it?
I think a lot of people, especially me, when I write a performance piece, I will perform it for that year, but I won't upload it to YouTube until like a year or two later, until I am completely done with that piece and I'm not going to perform it anymore. That's when I will tend to share it on social media. And I know there's a lot of people that keep to that here in the United States. They just kind of want to keep that in their pocket until they're finished with that piece that they've been traveling and performing.
Whoa, really?
Especially juggling.
But I want to see your performances.
I have a few on my YouTube.
I want to see more, like every year, once a year at least.
Oh, okay. All right. Once a year, just for you.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Okay, we just need to call.
It's recorded now,
to make more videos.
Yeah.
You promised once a year on video. So.
No. I'm sure Rem, you'll hold me to that.
I swear. Yeah. Like, I know that Becca has a very big store for props, and I guess that's one of her main incomes, but do you also perform for, like, commercially, or only for the festivals?
Right now, only for festivals. I started out performing professionally and doing gig work, but the prop company took up a lot of time once we got established. So I just mainly perform at flow arts events and festivals and fire festivals and stuff like that right now.
I guess.
But I know that about commercial performance, we can ask Celine.
Yeah.
Because we saw so many gorgeous pieces on Instagram. So tell us how it works.
Yeah, this is my work, in fact. This is what I do for a living. I won't say, well, I would say I've been doing like shows for 20 years now because I'm super old, okay? This is why. So I started like pretty young, but I'm living from shows. But I've tried to introduce flow arts and switch from dancing because at the start I'm a dancer and dance teacher, and now I try to switch from only dancing to only performing, which takes me like this year I'm more performing than dancing, way more. Last year it was like half and half, but this year I'm more performing, and I have like bigger shows, like not big fire shows because it always can be bigger, but I have like solo fire shows, and this is spreading a little bit. I'm pretty glad about it. So this is what I do. But it's more rare. I try to also create tech performances. I can record or perform in conventions, but this is not the main part of my work. My work is really performing on stage and doing shows. Like I work with a dance company. They are dancing and then I'm performing and they keep on dancing and we switch. So this is what I try to do. And yesterday I worked and now I'm going to leave to go to work today. So it's like, yeah.
Do you work shows alone or with somebody? So you have a team or you just...
Yeah, it depends. It can be like alone, or it can be in companies, or it can be in duos, or it depends. I try to create or to bring what the client wants. This is what I try. But I also I try to keep on being techie, even if I'm a little sexy. I don't want to just take my fans, for example, and do the dancing stuff with it. I want to bring some strength to fun, and I think it's a good way to spread it also. The more people see what we can do with props, the more they find it nice, or they say, oh, I've already seen it, someone have done it, and this is cool. This is spreading we need to spread fun. The more we can, yeah. So it's also a great way to spread the tech, how we can do it. Like having a nice dress, coming here and throwing and doing some stuff. This is great.
Just show how cool is it, yes?
Yeah, I love this. I don't think I can do something else in my life. Someday I'll have to do something else, but from now I'm just thinking about performing, and it's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I think you are the only person I know who do it for a living, like only this.
Because we can in France, there's a particular assistant from the States that helps artists to spend full time on performances. This is not the case in other countries, because here I have a part of my money that comes from the state. I'm helped to perform as an artist. So that's why I can spend all my time like really focusing on my work.
That's a great
We are,
opportunity.
yeah, it is. It is. This is a French like particularity with artists.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool.
It's so cool.
Yes.
It's a socialism.
Kind of. Maybe it's something that remains from it. I don't know.
It's
But
a good thing from socialism, you know.
Yeah, it is. This is the great. It's a
That's what I meant.
great stuff.
I know that Yuko also performs a lot with.
Actually, yes.
I mean, do you know that Yuko actually in the team of legendary Yuta Sensei?
Yes. But my team is mainly using the visual point. And yeah, I have performed with artists like music artists and yeah, and having some TV show and a concert and something with the back performing to make more fun. But that is my actually main job with poi. But for personally, I make some maybe 2 or 3 with fans video, performance video is only for my work. But actually, I do a little workshop with flow artist friends, and yeah, I want to make more workshop with video and like for the children and for all online workshop. Sorry for my English, but yeah.
It's okay.
Thank you. But mainly with poi, visual poi, and yeah, but sometimes I can do it with fans, with LED, moon fans, and LED fans.
I guess one problem is that it's actually hard to get fans in Japan. Like you have to buy it from Uncle Julian or something like this, but it's very difficult, to actually physically get the fans. Yeah.
So yes.
So you see, Becca, maybe there's opportunity for the growth of the business.
We ship to Japan. We ship to Japan. I just don't make big fans. We make the smaller ring fans. So if you want to change styles, you just let me know. I've got you.
You know, it's a business should adapt to the customers.
Well, you have your hybrid fans. I love them. I tried them.
You did? Oh, yay. Yeah, they're like
I like tiny Russian fans. So they're cool to manipulate. They are lovely.
So Grace, are you working as an artist?
Yes, I both work with a team performing at events or festival, but I also do sometimes my solo performances. And as Celine said, I try to bring flow arts and fantech to different stages apart from the juggling conventions and the flow art world. So I tried to mix dancing and theater as well. I have a performance also Japan inspired by the no theater. So I try to mix what I do with fans with other different things and try to show my performances to different audiences. And I think the audience like these innovative things, like apart from dancing and go-go fire dancers, it's cool to show something else. And try to avoid this distinction that there was between a fire dancer, like nice dresses and stuff, and a tech spinner. So you can do both, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are, in fact, I think with Grace, we are very similar on many stuff. Like we
Yeah.
connected and we find like the same almost states of mind in our countries about fans. And we try to change things like slowly to in our
Yeah,
country, like to spread, and we have kind of the same idea how it how to bring fans on to people.
exactly.
In fact, for them to see, like, do you like it? You do?
Yeah.
Do it. Try to do it.
You come
Yeah.
from the dress, you stay for the flow.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's actually one question we wanted to discuss today as well. Like, how do you think how to make fans more popular in different parts of the world? Like, how to sell it to muggles, you know, to common
at least,
folk. Yeah.
At least you can say that in Russia festivals last maybe 2 years, the fan is the most popular prop. Like, we love it with Rem, of course.
Because it's the best.
It's more popular than poi, you know. Maybe it's like hoop, but with fire hoop is not so magnificent. So I think in Russia we do all they can to make
we won
more.
Finally.
Yeah, this is our goal too in Europe. At least for Grace and I here, we want it to.
Yeah, we're working for it.
Yeah. I think first we need to spread it in this is my opinion, in the flow art community, because what I've seen is that I was like performing 4 years ago 4 years ago in a convention, and a spinner, a boy spinner, I guess, came to me and said, "Oh, I love you. What do you do with your butterflies?" And I said, "These are not butterflies; they are fans, right?" And so I realized that some people don't even know what this prop is, and that you can do some tech, and that it's super difficult. Like, it has some weight. This is meaningful. This is something, right? And so this is what we try to do in Europe, slowly by slowly, like showing that this prop is something, that it exists, and that you can do some crazy stuff with it, and that this is fun, and that it can be glamorous, and even being glamorous, it can be like techie. So this is slowly by slowly spreading. So I can see that I have more students, so more people want to learn. I have more clients, so more clients want fans. So this is coming step by step, I guess. I don't know.
Back end in America, or it's okay, everyone knows what is fans?
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone, unless you're living under a rock in the community, you're well aware of what fans are and what tech fans are, thanks in part to Grim Zimmer and Doodle. Those two people, in my eyes personally, have been huge inspirations to me, and also Rem, even though you know you're not in America and you don't spin small rings.
Alas.
They have been such a huge inspiration, not only to me, but to other people, especially males in America. For a long time, fans were seen as kind of a female prop. It was a pretty prop. And, you know, Grim and Doodle came along and was like, no, it can be pretty, but you can also be a badass. And so, yes, thanks to them, I feel like fans are alive and well in America, and will stay that way for a very long time if I have anything to do with it.
But like, I guess I would comment that there was indeed a Grim and Doodle, but then both of them kind of moved on to other things. It seems that. So will there be like a new messiah who will keep pushing fans in the US?
I'm going to keep pushing fans. I wouldn't call myself a messiah or anything.
Sure.
And I will say Doodle still spins. He just doesn't do it publicly. So he still speaks. I was just at an event with him in May, and I had to find some fans because he showed up to the festival without fans. So I had to go find him some fans to spin, and he came and spun fire with me in the fire circle. It was glorious. And everybody was so excited to meet Doodle too. So, but he's got that fire lit under his behind again. So hopefully we'll see some more of Doodle.
Hopefully.
So many people, but why they don't post nothing to Instagram more, or more performances, or more like beautiful video on YouTube, huge video? Why? Why it's so not enough?
I feel it's like
I wish I could answer that question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Rem.
I mean, it's like a different culture, I guess you would say that, because we really consider it as a currency of flow arts, like videos from the performances. That's what our thing to post. But like in the States, it's more, the festivals are, the very design of the festival is so that it's more like a jam, it's more like a party, it's more like a fire circle. So there's not much you would really record it, like I posted here what I did at the festival, because it's mostly like a jam. I guess so. It's a different view of how this thing. Yeah, very different community, I would say. Different people, actually. Am I right or?
Oh no, you're completely right. Yeah, definitely different.
I think it's like legendary our podcast. So the first time have an online meeting and a bit talk about the fans. Maybe you need something else for community to see in your country or in international way.
I feel like we generally need to attract more young people, because I feel like in general, whole flow art community is getting older, simply. And beside those kids that you recruited all over motherland, that's it really.
I take it so bad what you said. That we are getting old.
I know, older, we never get old, but it's just like there are not so many new artists that really break the scene and like say, wow, this is new, this is awesome, the completely brand new approach. There appear from time to time like new people, but it's rather rare, I would say.
They should be like young. They should be just talented and wanted to do this and have time. So not young, some new people.
Yeah, sure.
I found that people want to learn fans, and when they start, they realize that it's super difficult.
Yeah.
This is what I found. So yeah, some people studied and they said, "Oh my gosh, this is difficult." I said, "Yeah, it is. It takes time to go really deep into the tech, and so they are like not deceived, but like they say, "Oh my gosh, this is a lot to do." So I think that it has to be really attractive to keep on attracting people despite of the difficulty of the tech.
Yeah,
That's
some
the
motivation,
point, I guess.
some kind of the goal. What is it like for? Like for me, it was fire, I guess, primarily at the beginning, like because it's cool, you know.
Yeah, I think that the point is doing some really cool stuff with fans, being able to do something else that just butterfly stuff. I think that I think it can be the motivation, like showing you can do really crazy stuff with fans.
Yes. I think it's like lighting tools, like LED fans and LED things. It's more attractive for the metal fans. Do you think?
Because metal fan doesn't look very attractive.
Yeah. Actually, I love metal fans. Actually, I like metal fans more than lighting fans. But for ordinary audience, the lighting is more like shining and like more attractive things. So a little sorry, but
Definitely. Actually, like there's one thing you need to know about Japan, that in Japan we don't do so much fire because somehow
actually,
it's
yes.
not so allowed in the cities to do the fire. And I don't know if I'm wrong, Yuko, but like I never saw any fire show, or like it's mostly LED, right?
Yeah, because this is very strict rules from the government and many cities. And yes, so it's quite difficult to do fire like convention, a fire party. Actually, there is a few, but very small, like in the very small mountains, in the small camp.
Is it like illegal or?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Mm.
But in France or USA, is it easy to spin fire just in the streets? Because here we can't do it like in the center of the city. We need to hide somewhere far.
On the ground.
Yes, it's true, on the ground. But we have big festivals where big stage and you can perform with a fire, with the lights, and it's also cool. But to train, you need to hide.
Normally in France, it's not legal, like to light something in the streets, but there are some conditions you can do it in when it's some late space, like it's a market, for example, and there are some artists like they are performing, so it's tolerated. And we spin once a week because we normally shouldn't be able to do it, but they tolerate that we do it in a special place, and they are kind of okay with it. Okay with it.
And people can came and watch your show, your training.
Yes.
Wow.
The rehearsals, kind of the jams, people they can come, they sit, they spend time here, the audience. So it's also great to spread and to show what we can do.
I would like to one day to join your rehearsal and
come.
You know, it's like a goal.
Me too.
Yeah. Come here, you know.
In Italy, it's the same. You have to have some special permissions to spin fire in the city center, but actually we have a lot of people training in communities. So, for example, I use it to train right under the Colosseum. And it was fine because we have a lot of nice spots here. So we are seen as street performers. So if you are asking money for that, so you will need a special permission, like, you know, a real show. But if you are just training with the community, it's fine.
And in America?
It all depends on the city. I know we've done fire jams and spin jams in the city. We can get away with it if it's on private property. So if a business owns their property, then the government or the law can't really say anything about that. I know in certain cities you need a permit, especially New York City. You can actually apply with the fire department to get a permit to do that. So thanks to Trey McManus for that. They were head of that charge. So it just really depends on where you're at. I think a lot of cities are really lax about it. Some cities are a little bit more strict about it. But I think here in America, as long as you're not, doing anything super illegal and you're just, keeping the music down, I think most of the time they don't mind until things get out of control.
What is the most popular crop in your country? Like here as I said, I think that fan is most popular. The fan. So I feel like in America the hoop is more popular prop, or I mistake. It's just on Instagram info. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I definitely think hoop is going to be the number one, and then poi a close second here in America. So just from my eyes, from what I see at festivals, I see the classes, the hoop classes, 50 plus people in hoop classes, same with poi classes.
And I saw the big hoop convention in America, invited 10 person even from other countries too. So it's like a huge.
It really is. It really is.
But like, if you had to compare it to juggling props also, like, would you still say that hoop is even more popular than like clubs or something?
Yes. Yes, just because of the music festival scene here. A lot of people love to go to music festivals and hoop, and I'm no different. I love to take a hoop to a music festival and just kind of jam out and not have to worry about anything. So yeah, I definitely would. I don't know a lot of jugglers, so I might be the wrong person to ask on that. If you ask somebody, like Kevin Axtell, he will probably say juggling is alive and well, and it is number one.
So this is a new goal, not compare with poi, but try to be more popular than hoop.
Yes, so working on it. We're working on it over here.
So I just don't understand. Hoop is just one ring. Here you have two. It's more.
Yeah, hands are painful, and hoop I don't think is painful, and Americans don't like to be in pain. So
fire hoop is very painful.
Yes, ma'am.
If I have to choose about fire hoop or ring, fans, of course, fans. You can do a beauty. Detach, and I don't know. I think one ring is just
not enough.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a good stuff. One ring is not enough. Take two.
Yes.
It's
for commercials,
Yeah. It's just an empty ring.
Yeah.
There's nothing in it. But like, I feel in Japan, the juggling is more popular than anything else. Would you say so? There is a big convention for juggling, but I don't know even any festival. I mean, maybe I'm not invited to any Japanese festival, but at least I've never heard about it.
That's why you start juggling once, because you are in Japan.
But I'm not invited on juggling also, so it's a failure on all fronts.
So, I think we speak about all topics we want to speak. It's just an easy talk about fan in different country. I'm so grateful that all of you can join. It's so nice to see you. It's so nice to have a talk with you. So I hope we will see next year in FanCon, or maybe we create something international.
Yeah, Celine will create a fan festival in Marseille. So
yeah,
not only offline, but maybe and online too. We do all the same things, and we can unite it more. So thank you again, and see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Arigato.
Bye, guys.
Arigato.